Okay, so this is game 2, and it's on Marsh. So on the left we have MG, who are playing Zeus, Oranos, and Isis. And, no, what? No, that's completely wrong. MG are on the bottom, playing Zeus, Isis, and Set. And then on the top we have DoD, playing Oranos, and Oranos. So it could be something that they've prepared since DoD chose the map. Triple Oranos on Marsh, I don't know what that could be. Maybe they have a special funky strategy that they're going to use. It looks like all of them have gone for an economic guild immediately, which is probably a good idea on this map, games especially. Sacrificing 30 seconds of advance time isn't a huge deal in team games when it can make your economy a lot stronger. And advancing slightly earlier just so you can rush is not quite as useful as in 1v1. We've got some interesting town centres. Yellow only has 2 back town centres, which are pretty close to his starting thing. I don't think there's any water here, so that's pretty good actually. And then greens are both quite far forward. I think because of the way, like this probably should be greens, but because of the way the water works, that's not going to be the case. So green will have to try and fight for this one probably. And then this one here is pretty close to red, even though it's pink's town centre, so could be some battles around this area here. It's not a bad relic for Oranos players actually. 25% off Titan's cost. It's not a bad relic either. Extra tower boost. Probably best for an Isis player actually, or a Set player. Those damned crocodiles. Woohoo! Just saved him. That's the benefit of playing Egyptian. You get easiest healing in the game. Free Pegasus relic. Free gold upgrade. It's a nice one. Obviously when you're Atlantean you can't really get the relics really early. Unless you're going to use Valor on your oracles, which probably isn't going to be the case here. But Greek can get them fairly early if you make your hero before advancing, which you'd sometimes do anyway just to harass hunting villagers. And obviously Egyptian can get relics pretty early. Hands of the Pharaoh is a very cheap upgrade. And if you're Isis and Set, your priest is going to be walking around anyway. And Ra can pick up relics with his Pharaoh at the beginning. That's an interesting wall there. I don't think they're going to get villager rushed. I'm not sure. Does it really help protect this gold mine? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. More spaced out buildings from red. He's obviously more confident. We've got a nice house wall here. Okay, so he's making, it looks like he's making a trap for shifting sands, which is a fairly standard strategy. So he's going to look to use shifting sands on some of, well, probably reds, but any of their villagers. So you can get 2 citizens with shifting sands, which is a pretty big deal. For the Atlantean player, if you can advance sort of early, makes it quite good. So he's probably going to get a 530 advance here. So that's not bad. All of the Atlantean players are going to be up in a second. But like I said, I don't think we're going to see any sort of oracle rushes or anything. Yeah, they're just going standard. 2 counter barracks and 1 military barracks here. Mumilo Terma army. Yellow's just going for the one counter barracks to start with. He's probably going to build the second one in a minute. And just the counter barracks over here. So we've got the deleted Promethean into Offspring so they can do some raiding. It's a pretty nice wall, but the problem is, I think Termers can actually, like, they can probably hit them from outside the wall anyway, with their 12 range. So I don't know, probably should have built it slightly further out there. Yellow knows exactly where blue is hunting, but blue does have this wall here. So on a map like this, or watering hole, walling is just ridiculously good. Especially if you're if you want to play defensive or you want to boom. So it's always good to make natural walls like this. Doesn't look like any of the Atlantean players. Oh, we've already seen the shifting sands. Okay, so he's used it on the army instead. So that's interesting. So basically, red loses three military units there. Not a huge deal. It would have been better if he saved it, actually. I don't know where those units were. That is a strange decision. I mean, like, he could have shifted all of those units into here, and probably none of them would have escaped. He probably knows where this hunt is as well, so he's going to come over here. Oh, maybe not. It's a kind of a close one. These two heroes will probably take care of this army. Just backing off here, 2v1 potentially. No one's gone for the second town centre yet. Which is a bit interesting. Oh, blue has. It's not quite done yet. Blue doesn't have any military buildings. So I'm not entirely sure what he's going to do. He's obviously doing centaur raiding, but I guess he's just going to... Is he going to go heroic or is he going to boom? I don't know. So he's used bolt on this hero, which is a really good idea. But he's also had to use ceasefire to make sure he can get this town centre up, so... Didn't help hugely. He could have just used the ceasefire and saved the bolt, but never mind. He did get the tower upgrade. And he does have a stable now, so... Might see some units soon. Teela's got some pretty nice walls here. This is going to be his forward gold mine, presumably. He does have this one as well. It's one of the things about Marsh, you quite often do get really safe second gold mines that are like within your initial line of sight. Pink's making a siege works here, but he's not going for a Migdol, which can only mean one thing. He is going to try the Priest Siege Tower spam, which is pretty good against Atlanteans, although if the Atlantean makes enough Murmillos, then it's not quite as effective, but if they're like almost entirely Termers, like Yellow's army here, then it just obliterates them completely. Because priests have like, I mean, they're not that great in terms of stats, but neither are Termers, to be honest, apart from their speed. Against like non-archers, they're not brilliant. And priests have loads, like nearly double the range of Termers, and more accuracy as well. So, and then there's the fact that if you have siege towers in front, then all of the enemy units will target them first, doing almost no damage, whilst your priests just pick them off. So, it's a very effective strategy if you can put it off. And obviously being ISIS helps as well, because then you can use prosperity to get loads of gold, which is what you need. And not having to make a Migdol saves you loads of gold as well, so... he hasn't got... I'm surprised he didn't get the upgrade that I've forgotten the name of. That makes priests cost 70 gold instead of 100. That would have been really good to use. Teal's got lots of idle villagers here. Don't know what he's doing. Probably wants to push out to here, but well, he's going for mass priest as well. He doesn't have the upgrade either. Oh no, he does. He does. I was just checking the wrong place. Yeah, idiot. So yeah, they're just basically going for mass priests, which is probably going to be very effective. Green doesn't have a second town centre, but he's going for this one now. So he doesn't want to retreat too far here, because if blue finds this, then he's obviously going to destroy it. But mass centaurs is going to be really good against any Atlantean player, really. Even with Valor, you only get a few heroes, and they can be picked off quite easily by hippicons and stuff. So we've got teal coming in here to help blue, red and yellow, double teaming pink on the other side. I wonder if they've got the Pierce armor upgrade. No. It'll probably be the first upgrade you get when you're facing this kind of army. Ridiculous number of priests. So if anyone finds this gold mine here, they're going to have a field day, but they're probably not going to find it. And there's some pretty good walling going on, so it'll be quite difficult to get to as well. Scorpions, not doing much. Aha. So hopefully pink will try to micro on these hero terminals here, and then these ancestors will just obliterate the enemy army. Is everyone in heroic? No. So yellow's the only Atlantean player in heroic, so he's got this palace up here. He's probably going to try to make destroyers, because destroyers have like really high pierce armor, so they take almost no damage from priests. So it's a really good option to have. So pink's going to try, presumably, to take out red and yellow here before they can actually get these destroyers out. So far I'd say MG is definitely on top here. They absorb the early pressure really well, especially with their walling, and that's when Atlanteans are strongest. So the longer this goes on, the more DoD are going to struggle really. So yeah, we've got destroyers being spammed here with their like 70% pierce armor. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully they'll end up getting the pierce armor upgrades pretty quickly. So you can see this destroyer here, it's just taking so many hits to kill the priests. And obviously they do hack damage, so they can take out the siege towers. Green's in a bit of a bind here. He's mainly got termers, and they're not going to do anything against these priests and siege towers. Like, yellow's just making archers as well. They really need some like catapults or something to take out these siege towers. The downside with catapults is that their pierce armor is quite bad. Yellow does have 3 town centres now, and he hasn't started trading yet. I don't think anyone's started trading actually. We've got some pretty nice economies though. The question is, can yellow use his really good economy to actually help out green before it's too late? I'm not so sure. He's helping red a lot on this side, but red isn't the one that's really in danger. It's green. What's he got economy wise? He hasn't got the second line of upgrades yet. See, these siege towers are just obliterating Green's base. Green has like no forward buildings now. He's not in heroic either, so he can't make like a palace. This is definitely a problem for DoD. And Pink has enough gold because of the pre-spam to just make some mercenaries, which will definitely keep them at bay. And yeah, Yellow's realised they're not going to win this match. So that's 2-0 to MG. I'm not sure what they're kind of, whether they'd practiced going triple Oranos on this map, but yeah, it didn't really pay off, did it? I think the skill level maybe is just, the skill differential was just too big, really. Like, MG just knew exactly how to deal with the Oranos players. Wall up, make sure they can't get to you in the first sort of 6-7 minutes. And then yeah, just mass Nephthys priests, or in Blue's case, just go raiding with centaurs and boom as much as possible. And that's won them the game. So yeah.